Hey y'all, it's me Jasmine. Welcome to my channel, Mommy Talk 101, and today I'm going to tell you about my labor and delivery story. First off, my due date was April 18th, 2010. And actually I had Jada on the 19th. So the day before my due date, I was having contractions. I had a false alarm. I went to the hospital and I was dilated to 1 centimeter. They said, Jasmine, go home. When you have some real contractions, you come back. Okay, so Sunday, well actually that following, because I went Saturday morning, and that's when they told me. So Saturday night, we went out to Outback, because it was my friend's birthday, and I felt contractions. Like, I felt them, and I was just at the table like this. And my friend's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm having a contraction. They was like, oh, okay. And let me be. So, I'm sorry, I'm picking my nose. So I heard that if you eat a big meal, like right before your due date, then that helps your baby come. So I ate like a big meal, right? And I don't know if this worked or not, but I went to the hospital the next day. So Sunday, all day Sunday, I was having contractions, but they weren't consistent. They weren't consistent at all. There was 5 minutes and 7 minutes and 10 minutes and maybe 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, but you had to do the, I wrote down my contractions. So me and my boyfriend, we're here, and he's docking. Every time I say I got contractions, he's writing it down, and he's keeping track. I mean, I tried walking. We went to a few stores to help me walk, and that was even worse because I'm in the store like, oh, I'm in the store like I gotta grab it on the cart like, oh, and I'm like, let me out, get me out this store, get me out this store. Like, that's what I'm like, get me out of here. Try taking a bath. That wasn't soothing at all. Like, I was screaming. Those contractions were so harsh. Oh my gosh, it was so harsh. But towards the end of the night, I called the doctor and I'm like, my contractions are 5 minutes apart. I'm like, I'm finna go to the hospital. I'm finna have Jada. They was like, oh, okay, well, when they get 3 to 4, then that's when you can come. I said, damn. So 3 to 4, a few hours came, and boyfriend's tracking him, and I'm actually in the kitchen trying to make him something to eat because I just needed something to do. He came in and he was like, okay, your contractions, they 3 minutes apart and they lasting for 30 seconds. I said, huh? I started crying. Because it really hit me then like, oh my God, I'm about to have my baby. Like, I'm about to have her. I'm about to leave this place, go to the hospital, and come back, not pregnant, but with the baby in my arm. Like, that just hit me like crazy. So we went to the hospital and I packed my bag. And I'll tell you one thing about the whole, you know, you read up on forums that say, you know, make sure you have all this stuff in your bag. Depending on the area you live in, depending on the hospital you go to, some hospitals provide everything. I don't remember pulling nothing out of my bag except a toothbrush and some toothpaste. And to be completely honest, and maybe my phone charger. Like snacks, the hospital provided everything. Robe, slippers, underwear, you know, all of that stuff. It provided everything for me. And then I didn't need to bring any snacks. The hospital had a 24-hour pantry, you guys. And they had a menu that you can order from at any time. Well, not any time. I think it stopped at 12 midnight. But from the morning to 12 midnight, you can order from there like 5 or 6 times. Unlimited. Okay? I was eating good in the hospital. I'm telling y'all, then I go to the pantry. They got tons of juice and cookies. Oh! Man, I was living it. But that actually, the whole pantry and ordering, you know, ordering all that, that was actually after I had Jada. So let me stop fast forwarding. But they really didn't allow you to eat anything going into, you know, while you're in the hospital. So we go to the hospital. I was dilated to 3. The nurse told me to go ahead and walk for an hour. So we walked, and came back an hour later. I was to 4. And when they check your cervix, it hurts so bad. Like, you think pushing a baby? No, them checking your cervix hurts. My gosh, it hurts. So when I was dilated to 4, around midnight, they moved me to the room, to the labor and delivery room. So then, you know, I began to, the contractions were, they were kind of harsh, but not that bad, but they were bad enough to where I wanted a muscle relaxer. I wanted to go through my whole pregnancy without doing the epidural. So that's what I end up doing was just getting a muscle relaxer. So I'm just chilling, you know, I'm you know, talking to my friends. The room's full of people, so I don't have any worries. They're distracting me from everything. So we all fall asleep, and around 5 in the morning, my water breaks. And it felt like a big balloon popped, and it was a big glob of water that just flew in between my legs. And of course, the nurse didn't let me get up and change. She just put a towel in between. I was like, oh, okay, that'll dry up. I was like, oh, this is so nasty. I'm sitting in this gunk, and you're not gonna let me clean off? Okay. So I'm still with my muscle relaxer. Y'all, after your water break, the cramps go from this to this. I mean, I was crying trying to go through them contractions, and they was coming like every few minutes. I'm like, I can't do this. So while mom sleep, because you know my mom was like, don't do the epidural, you can do it. I said, nurse, I need the epidural. Got that epidural. I didn't care because I couldn't take it anymore. It was so painful, and of course I had to wait a couple of hours. I had to wait an hour or two to get the epidural. So I got the epidural when I was about 6. I was dilated to 6 centimeters, and my water broke on its own too. So I was dilated to 6. That's when I got the epidural, and I was good. I mean, good. I was so good. Like, I was so good, y'all. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. The epidural, I was scared to get it because I've heard rumors, you know, it can paralyze you, blah, blah, blah. You just sit still. It's a quick poke and you done. You're completely done. It's not that bad. TV is over-exaggerated, I swear, y'all. This is real-life experience for me. So I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm not making up anything. It wasn't bad at all. So after the epidural, I was good. I was on the phone texting my instructors like, okay, I'm having a baby in a few hours. Just want to let you know I won't be in class tomorrow. You know, stuff like that. And she checked my cervix. I was dilated to 10. And they was like, let's push. So I pushed for a whole hour while I got my ice chips. Pushing, eating ice chips. Pushing, eating ice chips. I started pushing at 11 o'clock a.m. for a complete hour, and I had Jada at 11:23. And as soon as Jada came out, I didn't hear anything. My mind was just like, I was in a daze. And as soon as she started crying, I started crying. Like, I was boo-hoo crying. Like, I couldn't see anything. My eyes had so much water and tear in it, and I just couldn't see. And I was just crying, and Jada weighed 5 pounds, 5 ounces, and she was about 19 or 20 inches long. And being that she had a fever and I had a fever, she had a bowel movement inside me while I was pushing. It's crazy. They took her up to ICU. So at this point, I'm losing it. I'm completely losing it. Before I started pushing, you guys, I began to tremble like this. She was like, let's push. I'm like this. Like, no lie. Unstoppable trembling. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I'm like, what is wrong with me? And the lady's like, it's okay. You're nervous. People think I'm cold. They gave me a sheet. I'm still trembling. She's like, no, she's nervous. Man, that was the only scary part. Knocked that out, man. I pushed Jada out. I didn't feel anything. The epidural totally takes out the pain. I wish that I would have got the epidural a little earlier. To be completely honest with you, I wish I would have got it earlier, but I'm glad that I got it when I did, because I didn't want to have that much stuff inside of me and, you know, pushing Jada out. So Jada was in ICU, you know, because she was small and she had a fever, but she's completely fine now. I just want to tell you all, don't let the TV and that stuff brainwash you, because sometimes it's not that serious. I didn't cry during birth. I mean, of course, when Jada came out, but I didn't feel anything. Maybe natural births, you may feel something like that, but definitely not with the epidural. I'm trying to hurry up because I know I'm about to be over my time. So I felt all the placenta and all that stuff pushing out. It was so nasty, and I didn't really get to hold my baby like I wanted to because they rushed her up to ICU, and then I didn't get a chance to see her until a few hours afterwards. But that would be another video on how I'm going to talk about the afterbirth, because the afterbirth is HE-double hockey sticks. When I say HE-double hockey sticks, HE-double hockey sticks. You think pushing a baby out? No, no, no. All the stuff you get from having a baby, oh, I'm telling y'all, that's a whole nother video. But I have a minute left. I'm trying to think, what did I leave out? Overall, labor and delivery was such a great experience. All my friends and family were there, and I was so thankful to have a lot of support. The hospital took so much great care of me. Like, they took care of me so well, and if I have a baby, I will have it. I will have it there. So if I left anything out, I truly apologize. I will come out with another video talking about the after facts of labor and delivery. But I was in labor, I want to say about 16 hours, and it was totally worth it. I wouldn't mind having another baby. So, and not now, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you have video responses on your labor and delivery, I would love for you to post them below. Please do, because I love hearing other people's stories. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.